Hello and welcome to a nerdy Thursday with me, Big Scott 35, the old guy that likes to play video games, have my get off my lawn moments. This is the GG Retro Box. Pretty heavy this week. Also NES. If you've been watching my other channel, which I said I just don't have the time, don't have the reason to keep up two channels. Sound like a good idea until went into practice. And, I could probably do it, but my thought for it just didn't match up with what I have time set for. Uh, and I just like to relax, play games. I was thinking about streaming, which I've done before, but I just like to relax, play games, and enjoy. But anyway, this is a subscription box. I pretty much signed up for, I think it's like NES, Super NES, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation, all the PlayStations, PSP, I think that and Sega Dreamcast, which Dreamcast I got over half. I'm right at half of the American uh, uh, copies of games is what I'm looking for, and I'm seeking a complete one. I'm going to a retro show this weekend in Raleigh, North Carolina, so be looking for some bangers for Dreamcast there. And from what I've been hearing, it's like cheaper to go to those. So we'll see. I've seen some good prices, but streamers, YouTubers, and the big YouTubers, they, especially when they're videotaping, get people's names on there. So this felt like a pretty full box. They don't really specify. I think it's like 3 to 5 games, but they try to get uh, what you're looking for. Price value rise. So this feels like 5 games. So yeah, packed box. Haven't really been getting too many carts, but this feels like a PlayStation game, and I am right. And this is a great hits. A little damage on the front. Test Drive 5. I have played some test drives in the past. Uh, this cover looks familiar. I'm not saying I have it by any means, but it's got manual. Uh, the disc looks very good. It's got the Blu-ray or whatever disc format. Uh, so everything looks really good. Got a little cool back on there. If you want to know what old school PlayStation 1 looks like, or PlayStation, because the last variant was called PS1 after the PS2 came out, but it was always just PlayStation. Um, so sometimes I don't call it that, but yeah, test drive for the PS1, uh, Xbox game feels like, or PlayStation 3. Oh, PlayStation 3. Ugh, okay, Guitar Hero World Tour, not my cup of tea. I don't know. This one might go to trade bin. I don't know. Usually, this is the way I add games to my collection that I would not pick up. This is one I would not, but the very good. I just not. I love music, love music, but playing music games not much. I rather play some shoot 'em ups or strategies or whatever. So, uh, got the booklet. Everything looks good. Guitar Hero World Tour. Like I said, not a big fan of this. I just don't. It's got a massive soundtrack. Let me see what anything that I would like. Oh, right off top, Beastie Boys. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. So I'm into that. I got the Doors. Love Me Two Times. Jimi Hendrix. The Wind Cries Mary and Purple Haze live. Wow, that is cool. Lenny Kravitz, Linkin Park, Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama, of course. Oh, Nirvana, About a Girl, and Unplugged version. That is. I would play this just for the soundtrack. Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley for Ozzy. I mean, the Joker, Steve Miller Band. So yeah, and many more. Hot for Teacher, Van Halen. So great music. Just for a game, I like to listen to music while I'm playing. Let's see here. Another box. Complete. See if it's complete. Very cool cover. It's an Xbox OG, which I don't have many games for. I honestly have never heard of this game. It does not have manual. It seems like my Xboxes I get don't have manuals. Drake of the 99 Dragons. The back. This is something I would have bought back in the day or rented because the panels on the back look very cool. It almost looks cartoonish. Really love that. Uh, Man, that's very cool game. Drake of the 99 Dragons. Not balloons, but dragons. And if you're old like me, you know what I'm talking about. Very nice copy. I mean, I, this retro box, I get two. Um, I usually get this later in the month. I was shocked to see this one. Uh, so I was like a little taken back. Usually I don't get this till the second weekend a month. But yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. This one I would play. Another game that I, back in the day, I thought it was something else, but it's Alone in the Dark Inferno for the PlayStation 3, which PlayStation 3 is probably my all time favorite gen console, that generation of Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. But yeah, this looks like another very cool game. Atari made this. Let's go, Atari. Y'all know anything about this? At first, when I opened it, I thought it was like Uncharted, just when I saw the face. But then Alone in the Dark, I always thought that was horror games, but it's Inferno. Um, ah, wow. New York will never be the same again. In one apocalyptic night, Edward Carnby must fight unimaginable forces to reveal the earth-shattering secret of Central Park. So it must be a little bit of a horror game. Last game in the box, another in box. Uh, all right, I thought I had this, but then again, on this one, I have not entered. If you follow me on my other, I have not entered every game that I own into their system yet. It's was tedious. You have to type it in, where on the other one you just find the game and it's in alphabetical order and just check it. Old guy like me don't like to type, but I do. I have a spreadsheet on my phone, so I just load it in with that. But this looks very completish. Halo 3, which I think I had this uh, a, on the master, whatever, maybe in the I can't remember when it gets past Xbox 360. Uh, I was not a Halo guy. I was a Gears of. I love Gears of War. I am more of a real military. I don't like futuristic or guns that don't exist or never have existed type of play. Um, at one point, and I played a Gears game that changed all that. I really love Gears, the chainsaw and all that. Everybody else was playing Halo. I usually don't go in the direction of everybody else. Like Call of Duty, huge. I like Battlefield better. Uh, I was a SOCOM guy before Call of Duty. Everybody forgets about SOCOM. SOCOM was the Call of Duty before Call of Duty existed, and then Call of Duty made campaigns before they made shoot the online stuff. So you know, I'm not the hugest Call of Duty. I like the Call of Duty campaigns when they're done right. A lot of the PlayStation 2 and even early PlayStation 3 ones are really good. But then they start it's more of a tutorial for playing the online because that's where their bread and butter is. But yeah, this is Halo 3. Beautiful cover. I love that. That is, the light sunlight. Very nice artwork on the front. Well done, Bungie. And this right here is pretty cool. It looks like it has. Well, this is a map of some sort. Quick. It's film controls. I don't know what that means. Oh, cool poster. Love when I get posters. So that will go up somewhere. Whoever gets this after me in a later life will not have the poster with it. Yes, I am that guy. So, good box. I give this an A, maybe a B plus. Very intriguing. I know Halo 3 is always fun. Is a fun game. I want to play. I'm not much on the online stuff, but I really want to play the campaigns. This looks very intriguing. This looks like definite must play for me. This is the one game that might drop it off of an A for me, but I don't have any of these. And test drive racing games, especially road racing games, are always fun. As long as they're not too realistic, you gotta tune up your cars and do all that stuff. Like I said, this is the must play for me right here. Boom. Unless somebody tells me something drastically different, I usually don't look up gameplay or anything. I go by off my instincts, and that's it. So that is my retro. What is this called? The GG box. So it is the retro. Geesh. GG retro box. GG retro box. I know GG is great game, but GG retro box. Uh, I usually get, and I do have uh, Switch games. No, I did not buy a Switch 2. I don't know if I will right now. I'm holding off. The way they're talking, there's plenty out there. I overheard at one GameStop I was at, I think they took 20 or 30 pre-orders and then had 60 come in on hand. I've heard things like that. They're trying to outsmart the resellers, but the way it sounds is like Nintendo's going to make sure that they're going to have it out in the market for people to find. So, but you just never know. I haven't heard any horror stories yet. I know I've seen people that stream already playing, like the Mario Kart and stuff like that. I have to see what the pluses are for right now to pay that high, and their games are going to be so expensive. So, which all games seem to be going that route for being expensive. $80 seems to be, and I did enjoy some of the stuff for the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation thing they did yesterday. Uh, so I've seen some highlights of that, some of the games coming out. I'm really glad that they're still pushing that. Um, they're long. I feel Xbox and PlayStation, they haven't got nearly all that they can get out of these systems, right? Um, so I kind of hope because the way they were talking, these were supposed to be the last systems, at least for a long while, until something like a game changing event happens for them. But and I think the technology has to get cheaper so people can afford them on a everyday budget. Um, so that's got to be thought of too. But GG Retro Box, thank you. Great games. Uh, again, GG hashtag GG Retro Box .com. You can pick out what you want. I am not an affiliate or anything. They did send me something to have an affiliate link with them, but I just don't feel like I'm not worthy at the moment for anything like that. But I'm gonna get to playing now, and then hopefully in the upcoming next week I will have going to the retro. I think Gamer Geek Con in Raleigh. It's supposed to be a lot of good. It looks like a very good turnout for guests, speakers, and stuff. I don't know if I'm really into panels. I don't know if there's anything I really wanted to hear. If I think if Radical Reggie did one, I think I'd be into that because I really like Radical Reggie. I like a lot of the people that are guests there, but I didn't see where any of them really had panels like uh, RNG Gamer, Rad, um, that owns the shop in Florida. They got some good people there, but I didn't see where many of them were going to have a panel. So there is a local game store that's having a panel, which find interesting. But they're going to be talking about running a retro store. I'm not really interested in that. So until then, like, share, tell a friend. Let me know what you thought about this box. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you played any of those games. I have only familiar. I'm very familiar with Guitar Hero. Very familiar with Test Drive, but the other ones not too. Or Halo familiar, but there's two games that I'm not familiar with. So please drop a like and anything you can help me with that. So until next time, see ya.